Now, it's 30 after the hour, and look who is with us here at the table. None other than NRA President Ron Schmeits. How are you, sir?
Hey, I am just fantastic.
It's good to see you.
Well, I had a hard time finding you.
I know. We're kind of tucked away, which is good because it's actually quiet. We need quiet to be able to do the show, and there is a steady buzz down the hall and downstairs with the thousands of people who are tens of thousands of people who are here at the SHOT Show.
I think it's more of a roar down there. I just came from the floor down there, and my gosh, you know, every manufacturer is on exhibit down there with the greatest products in the world.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it is it's a sight to be seen. You need to get some time down there.
You know, I was down there. I actually got about 45 minutes this morning of uninterrupted wandering time. I said on my Facebook page that I need a drool cup. And I need a six-figure bank account so that I need
a jug, not just a cup. I'll tell you.
I know it really is, and it's there. Two shows every year: the SHOT Show and the NRA annual meeting. And the SHOT Show, you know, the thing about the SHOT Show is it's not open to the public. This is a chance for our gun store owners to do business with the firearms manufacturers, and then the NRA annual meeting has sort of turned into the gun owners version of the SHOT Show in terms of being able to see all of the guns that are on display here.
You know, that's exactly right. And that's the way I've always looked at it. You know, I think that our show that we have, our annual show, which will be at the end of April in Pennsylvania, you have all the products, and every one of our members has a chance to go touch, feel, and like you say, drool. And here you have all the wholesalers, all the dealers come to look at the manufacturer, what the latest is. And, you know, they kind of make the decision as to what they think their clientele or their customers are going to want to see and want to do. Mm-hmm. And I talked to a number of them today, and they said, I ordered way too many stuff. I ordered way too many guns, way too many of this products. But I don't think you can order too much because this is the greatest show that there ever is. I mean, it has more products, more material out there than you'll see anywhere.
Yeah. Anything in particular catch your eye this morning? I know that you're an equal opportunity firearms lover.
Oh, you know, I stopped by Glock and I stopped by Beretta. You know, they got some of the greatest new guns out there.
Yeah, I know.
You know, you could, man.
Oh, this is like the I called it the Detroit Auto Show for firearms, but now I think I maybe even need to up the ante a little bit. This is more like the Consumer Electronics Show for firearms. I think this may even be bigger than the Detroit Auto Show. And yesterday was Media Day. Our own Cameron Gray was out there. We're going to be letting folks see some of the guns that Cameron got a chance to shoot. But you know, you look around, and I think one of the nice trends that we're seeing here are a lot of the 22 conversion kits. Mm-hmm. Because the price of ammo, unfortunately, is still fairly high, and it's been fairly high for a couple of years. I love the idea of, you know, being able to shoot the 22 long rifle because it's actually affordable ammunition. You know, in these guns that, you know, the 1911 22 caliber. I think Smith & Wesson actually just introduced the M&P 22.
Well, you know, and I was watching the TV last night in the room, and they have a special show, and they're showing everything that's going on here. And when you talk about economics, you know, they're really pushing air guns right now. Mm-hmm. And, you know, for smaller game, as they mentioned, up to 50, 75 yards, you know, some of the air guns have got enough pressure now that you can harvest most anything you want. And I was in Africa, and we were using an air gun to harvest some birds for dinner.
Oh, really?
And it works.
Wow.
You know, it's quiet and very inexpensive. It's a great way to go.
Nice. Now, I got to ask you, how are things in Raton, New Mexico? I'm missing Raton. I loved getting out to the Whittington Center last year. I fell in love with that town. I fell in love with northern New Mexico. Is it as beautiful as it was back then?
Better.
Yeah?
Better. You know, every day it gets better out there. You know, one of you mentioned the Whittington Center, and that's a 33,000-acre shooting, hunting facility out there. And in 2013, we're going to be celebrating kind of a 40th year out there. We're going to have some special activities coming up, but we're prepared for probably one of our biggest years out there this summer. We've got more competition going on, more programs, more youth programs going on out there. We've got a number of ladies program, women's programs going on. It's just going to be a fantastic year at the center, and we're going to have a lot of fun out there. And, you know, sometimes you take things for granted, but every time I pull through that gate out there and I look at it, there's nothing for granted out there. It is the greatest spot that you can go spend some time on the range at.
It is a treasure. I mean, it really, truly is. And the fact that it is open to the public, you don't have to be an NRA member to go there. You can actually go, and you can. You've got RV spots if you've got an RV. What is it? 21 different shooting stations. Is that right?
Actually, it's 18 different ranges. Now, a couple of the ranges you have a couple, 3 different disciplines on. But it's 18 different ranges, and, anywhere from a short-range pistol range to 1,000 yards.
Yeah.
Now, 1,000 yards is a long time. A long ways for these eyes, I'll tell you. But and anything in between. And, we do civilian. We do a lot of military training out there, a lot of police department training. So it's a little bit of something for everybody, regardless of what your taste is as far as the discipline in the shooting. Yeah. And, the neat thing I like out there, I go to the black powder range and I'll sight in a rifle. I like to do a lot of 223 varmint shooting. And you're out there, you're shooting away, and all of a sudden these deer walk in front of you, and you got to wait for them to go through. And then pretty soon later, here comes a couple bear, and they'll walk through. It kind of spoils your day of shooting out there. It just lengthens your day, but man, is it fun. And it's great to see wildlife out there. And they don't care if you're there or not. Yeah. It's kind of like we're infringing on their territory.
That's right. That's right. Well, man and beast get along fairly well out there, except during hunting season when the elk, they don't they don't quite get along so well with the hunters, but that's okay. There are plenty of elk to go around, right?
I just finished a nice hunt out there with Tommy Mueller, who's president of Cabela's, and he had a great time, and we got a nice elk for him.
Oh, nice.
And we shot one bull, and we didn't see it, but there was 3 other ones equally the size that just got up and roamed away. So there's one waiting for you.
All right, I will be there. Hopefully we'll get a chance to head back to the Whittington Center at some point in 2011 because I'm serious. I fell in love with that place. I got back home to Virginia, and I told my wife, I said, so what'd you think about moving to Raton one day? Yeah, I said,
Where's that at?
I could maybe lobby, to have a special studio put in at the Whittington Center. We could move out there, right? I said, it's not far from Oklahoma where our daughter lives. And she looked at me and she said, how big is Raton? And I said, I don't know, it's about 7,000 to 8,000 people or so. And she looked at me like I was talking about moving to the moon. So I'm still working on it, Ron. But I'm telling you,
just don't give up.
It is a great small town. It is a beautiful location, and the Whittington Center itself, as I said, I think it is a national treasure. I think everybody who wants to see the beauty of this country needs to at least spend a couple of days in Raton, New Mexico. They will be thoroughly impressed by what they find out there.
Well, the Whittington Center, I still think, is the jewel of the NRA. And every NRA member ought to make time to come out and see it and participate. And, I look at participating as it's kind of like exercising your rights under the Second Amendment. You get out there, you get to shoot, and whether you want to come out and we have numerous competitions throughout the summer months. If you want to come out there and compete, or if you just want to go out there and compete against yourself.
Absolutely. Well, Ron, we've got to take another break here, and I know you want to get back out to the floor and do some more eye shopping. But
there's a lot to see out there, I'll tell you.
I know. Thank you so much, sir, for coming by today. It's a real pleasure getting a chance to see you again.
Good to be here.
Ron Schmeits, president of the National Rifle Association, with us on Cam and Company.